like it's been forever. Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever that you've been gone.
Hey, what is up, Jam fam? Elijahjammer here. I guess it's been quite a while, but I'm back in black just to state the facts. That sounded pretty lame, but maybe it's like a rhyme that I'm like a rapper that maybe I'm like rat-a-tat-tat, stick it on a tack, falls down, I'll put it in a stack. Maybe I should stop before the comment section turns into an attack. That was pretty lame. But yeah, it's definitely been a while, and I don't want to put this video in as a vlog. I feel like vlogging has definitely turned into more of showing off and flexing your quality of life, that which is not really something that I'm quite interested in at the moment. And I also don't want to label this video as an update video. But quite a while back, I actually ended up having a dream. This sounds super weird. But basically, it just kind of like propelled me into a new way of life that I'm currently developing, I guess. I felt like after I moved, the fog kind of lifted in my sail through life, and I needed to really work on my navigation skills of kind of where I'm going with life, metaphorically speaking. And I'm currently just working in the part of my accommodations, the room, the storage for people that could come aboard my journey and into my life. I just really felt like I needed to develop as a person, and I think that was really the hardest thing. So I haven't really been rushing to come home. You know, I've just been taking long cruise board rides around the city. I've been kind of reading more books, and just really reflecting upon my life and kind of what I want to do out of it. And I kind of was hit with a few curveballs since my last video, and I really had to reflect back to what my foundation was for this channel. And I feel like I have to owe you guys an apology, just because it's not exactly what I've been wanting to do with this channel. With this YouTube channel, I really wanted to be real with you guys. I really wanted to build a family and a connection, and I've been very much treating my influence improperly, I would probably say, for the most part. And I kind of wanted to come back and to get back to some humble beginnings, you know, how it started when I used to have a GoPro and trying to film and stuff like that. I still want to be like goofball Elijah, but at the same time, I just want to be real and, you know, actually talk and socialize. Because the biggest issue, again, when I started the YouTube channel, was I couldn't talk to people. It's really hard of like what you're thinking, what you have mentally, to say out loud. You know what I mean? And to communicate it to people properly. But with that said, I actually just recently lost a big person in my life, a really big figure in my life, and it really kind of sucks the way that I figured it out. So I really wanted to come off and let you guys know what was going on, you know, and let you know that I wasn't going to be posting any videos soon. I just being in like kind of dealing with it like in my own way and giving myself some space and time to really feel out my emotions initially. But this past little term for school, I actually lost my great-grandfather. And once again, I think it really shined a big light into my little mental clutter, meaning that I spent my whole life saying that I never had a father figure. And it took me a while to really figure out that I did. And my great-grandfather was a huge part of my life at such a young age. I used to be a grandma's boy. I used to spend a lot of time with my grandma, and we used to go out to my great-grandma and great-grandpa's house, where I would help wash dishes, wash the floor. I'd be called Senor, little man. And I spent a lot of time with my great-grandparents. And growing up, I just realized that my great-grandfather was my father figure in my life, that which I find really strange because that's my grandma's father. But he was the only one that really stepped in and really disciplined me as a kid, you know. And I feel like since I was at a young age, I had that little rebellion side towards him. And to be honest, when I was younger, I didn't like my great-grandfather because he used to yell at me. I used to get mad that he wouldn't let me play with my little Hot Wheels cars and, you know, have a bunch of cars all over the floor. And he would just come with his cane and like kick all these cars out of the way and tell me to clean it all up and to go and help my mom clean. You know, as a young child, I didn't know that he was trying to develop my character as a young man. So it took me quite a while now to really reflect back on it, and I felt really sad when he was sick in the hospital. But I think the biggest thing was, like, I visited my great-grandfather right before I moved, and me and him kind of understood in the back of our heads that this probably was going to be the last time that I would personally ever see him. And to my surprise, he actually said it out loud, and he said that he wasn't going to be there when I was going to come back home. And so I had to get the call, and he was sick in the hospital and everything. So it just took a lot out of me personally, and it took me really out of my realm. And even having that knowledge that I did have a father figure and somebody that did step in and play that role really has me backtracking on things that I overlooked personally in my own life. So I'm kind of like in that stage. I'm kind of developing myself. But for the new direction that I really want to take, I understand that I have a huge influence here with this YouTube channel, and I want to be kind of more down to earth, general with you guys. I don't want to be roaming around and trying to make up all these ridiculous videos. Of course, they're still going to pop up, and some gaming videos might pop up. But I think I want to just sit here and really focus on talking to you of what's happening in my life, kind of like an actual log, and be a little more proper about it. It's been quite wild, and I think for me, I've been reading a lot lately just to get my mind off of a lot of things. And I've been reading this book literally called Get Your Together. And in the book, Sarah Knight, she actually discusses about being grown up in the education system, where even as a young kid, your one and only real big job is to like go to school. And so we're kind of prepared with this anxiety and this stress of failure. And I spent my entire life so far really afraid of failing, no matter what it was, you know? And that's just something that's really set up earlier in our lives. So I think for me it was really coming together and figuring out what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. And ever since I've been set out on that journey and trying to be more of a leader is a huge role. You know, me as a director, I have to be working on sets and on projects where I literally have to direct actors, my whole cast and crew, and then try to figure out a film that I'm watching in my head, and to be able to discuss that with my DOP to bring that film to life. And fortunately, I do have some techniques and some skills that have really elevated my career in the film industry. But at the same time, I've really slacked in other aspects in my job. So I really had to understand where I was as a person to be able to produce something that was the best quality, if that makes any sense. So I'm really appreciative of that time that I spent with my great-grandfather, and I'm really appreciative of the time, of the thought. You know, I feel like I'm very much ahead growing up from where I was, from a reservation in northern Alberta, from a lot of people, just because I spent a lot of time with, you know, my great-grandparents, not even just my grandparents. So in the fact that I was with them to the point where, you know, they lived life to be able to talk with me, you know, day to day, that's what all that they could do and all that they wanted. And, you know, I really took advantage of that as much as possible, to just sit down with them and just have as long as conversations as I can before it, went off into Dene, because at the time I didn't speak much Dene. So, and once I feel like you get to that point where you're watching somebody in bed like that, where they can't bathe themselves and you have to do everything for them, I started to realize, they no longer had the opportunity to take advantage of things in their life and to do things that they wanted. So a huge part of me really learned from that, and I no longer chased money. I didn't have any interest going into laboring jobs and trades and doing all these things. That just never made me happy. And my whole overall goal and perspective was to have as much fun as possible, to create and store as much stories. So when that time came, that I was in bed, I would have a lot of stories to be able to share with my grandkids or kids, if I'm lucky enough to have that and to live a longer life. But now I think I have like a side mission where I want to live a better and higher quality of life. I'm fortunate enough to have moved. I don't come from like a wealthy family that saved up money to send me to school and to do a lot of this. And I'm fortunate now to have my family support. But for a lot of this, I had to really build confidence in myself. And I really had to push myself away from my comfort zones and really take huge risks. And personally for me, I just feel like nobody from like really my story that much oftenly nowadays takes these large risks and to really push themselves, just because of that anxiety of the fear of failure in life. And I just want to really be a representation of what I'm telling you. Was the hugest motivation for me to do this move and even to develop myself as a character. So that's kind of currently what I'm doing right now with my life. So I'm going to be posting like a lot more videos. I've also been pretty busy. I've been working on Fiverr. So I mean, if you have any projects that you personally need some help editing, I mean, for 30 bucks, I'll do it for sure. You can check out my gig on Fiverr. But other than that, I think I'm going to still be taking some time before I post some more videos. I just kind of wanted to let you guys into my life a little bit more, and hopefully this video gave you some insight of like me as a person and kind of where I'm going with my life. And this is kind of like the video showing that I appreciate you guys, especially you guys that have viewed this video this far, like 12 minutes into it. I really do appreciate you. I love the support that you guys have given me, and I understand the influence that I do have. So I'm going to be doing a lot more better of a job to create some better content for you guys coming up. But just for now, just a little bit of some space, a little bit of some time, and I'll be right back on track. So with that said, I'm going to be ending this video now with the video of my last time that I spent with my great-grandfather. It's just been a little long of some time. So I will see you guys in the next video. Hey, I'm back. Sorry. I just wanted to also take this time of the meaning why I'm making this video is that I really wanted you guys, if you had the opportunity, to call your great-grandma or your grandpa or your grandma and just, talk to them about your day. They're really here to talk to you guys, and they're not going to be around here forever. I know personally I thought my great-grandfather was going to be around forever because he was always there in my life, and he's been in and out of hospitals, but he was a fighter. But one day, possibly they might not be, here soon. So definitely, even if you don't understand if you're going to talk to them, for a lot of times, it doesn't matter if they don't understand YouTube or video games or cell phones or, what you're into, even if you guys don't have the similar interests for a conversation, just initially just talking. A lot of times they just want to hear your voice and know how you're doing in life. So for me, I'm definitely going to be posting this video towards my grandmother. So I just wanted to utilize this opportunity to let you guys know to take advantage of those opportunities while you can. Because once, that time comes up, it's too late and you won't have those opportunities to have those conversations. And I wish that I could go back in time and have some more conversations with my great-grandfather and ask just generally a lot more questions, you know, about his life, and really get to know him a lot more. Although I did spend 21 years with him, I'm quite sure there was quite more information if I had, you know, really built the habit of calling him more on a regular basis. So that is it. I'm going to play the video. Thank you guys once again for watching the video, and I'll be back right away. See you. That's crazy. Yeah. So, it's always good to see you though. Yeah, come visit.
Don't I feel good, alright. But after the sun goes down, I don't feel so good again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I
wow.
don't know what is going to happen. You gotta die anyway, so you worry your head out, but you die anyway. So.
Yeah. Well, I gotta see you and get as much time while you're here, Grandpa.
Yeah.
I need to tell you everything. I have my girlfriend. She's moving.
You got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, you're lucky you got a girlfriend. Me no more girlfriend.
No. Yeah.
Everything is no good to me now.
Mhm.
You go old, it's old. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I gotta go and I gotta get you some more great grandkids here.
How's your mother?
My mom? She's next door, I think. She's canning. She has her garden and she got a new dog.
Yeah?
Yeah, 'cause our dog got ran over, eh? Last month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, we got the new dog and everything, and the kids started school.
Yeah, Margaret, he does anything for me. Okay. I do the same thing to him.
Yeah.
When he's without a car, I always spend mine to him. If he breaks it, he does it. I'll pay half and half. He's running a vehicle himself.
Yeah.
I still pay him half and half. That was a truck. Now he's a nice running too.
Oh, really? The truck's all
He went
good?
and fixed everything for me.
Oh, that's awesome.
The rear end had no brakes in there, and wheel, everything. All the bodies. Yeah,
Yeah. Looks like a pretty good truck.
I bought a truck just about new.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
But a while ago, a long time ago now. It's in 1999, and I bought it in 99.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty new truck.
The guy used it, he wants to sell, he wants to get a bigger truck. So that's why I paid $4,400.
Oh. It's a lot of money.
I want to go for a holiday, but I can't shotgun along. Use it. And when we come back, I was working in the airport. And, I left the money in there, I don't bother it. We use so much that we can spend, we go down there. That's what business is. And when I come back, I didn't say nothing. I went to the bank. I drew 5,000. And then I come in for my wife, and come and meet me, came in town. And I were talking together there for a while. And I said to her, Millie, I said,
expected in December.
Something I like to buy, I said. What is it, Louie? I want to buy a brand new truck. Boy, he was so happy. Well, we went to the garage. I paid that $2,400 right there.
Yeah.
And I got my own license in there too, without driver license. I got my license that time.
Yeah.
License for a car. Somebody can drive for me like that.
Yeah.
And I bought that thing. Not very long, I see my brother coming to me to us. What are you guys doing? Something I told us. We need a driver. He's got driver license too, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, brother. Okay. I'll be your driver now then. He ever since he drive for us all the time we go to Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
We have no trouble going around. We have a beer there. Yeah, that's a good time pass.
Biggest impact is being felt in the welding programs.
Now I don't drink them free, man. I'm trying to put my snuff. Yesterday was my 86 years chewing snuff.
Holy.
The highest I paid snuff was $30.
Jeez.
There was no snuff for a while, yeah.
Yeah.
I paid out, I could buy snuff for $30.
Yeah.
I'm trying to buy $2 $60. Sometimes less. Some places are $27.
Holy.
When you say $27, I buy $3. Lasted longer.
Yeah.
My wife was so happy when I bought the new truck.
Well, I think I have to.